Hello, welcome to Baba Dolly Crochets, and today we're going to make a cute little heart keychain. All right, so it's a puffy cute little heart, and it's on a keychain, and of course you can just use it for anything you'd like. What we're going to need is two little hearts, and that is actually from my first project. That you could see my first video to see how to make the little heart. What else we'll need is we'll need our crochet hook. I'm using a 3.5 millimeter, and we'll need a keychain hook, and you can either get that at a craft store or you can order them online. Now I've decided to remove the round ring because I just thought it would be cuter, you know, to attach to a zipper or attach to a bag, a purse, or a school bag. So also we'll need scissors, and let's begin. So we're going to use that one. That'll be for a little bit later. And the first thing we're going to do is, once you've watched the video in my first video, you've got your little heart, but we just need to put one single crochet all the way around. So to do that, all you're going to do is you're going to go through the very first stitch. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so you've latched on to the very first stitch there. Take your yarn, okay, just like that, bend it over and pull it through that first stitch. And we're going to yarn on to our crochet hook, pull it through like that, and we have a first stitch on there. And now we're going to do that all the way around. In each one of these single little crochets, we just want to make our heart a little bit bigger, and we kind of wanted to give it a little bit of curl at the top. So we're just going to do that all the way around. Okay, so all we do is go through the top two there, just like that, pull it through, and then we're just going to yarn over there and just do one into every single crochet, every top stitch there. Okay, a single crochet into each one, and it will only take a few minutes to do that, so we'll go all the way around. Okay, and by what I meant by it curling, it already wants to kind of curl, to puff out, so you can see what's going to happen there. Okay, so now I have already done that on two hearts. So I've kind of got that look already, that little puffed, and I have two hearts ready to go to do that. So now, once you've got both hearts done, we're going to line them up together and we're going to attach them. It's going to be that easy. Okay, so take your yarn again, and we are going to go into our very first stitches here. Okay, so go into your first stitch of your first heart. Okay, and there we go. And go into your first stitch of your other heart. Okay, we're going to attach the two hearts together is what we're going to do. Okay, grab your yarn and pull it through. Okay, keep them nicely together. And here we go. Okay. Okay, and you've got that extra yarn there. That's okay. Okay, and that first one is a kind of a stitch. You want to kind of tighten it, and now you're ready to do a single crochet into every one of those. So put your yarn into that first one, that first top stitch, and then put your yarn into your other top stitch on your other heart. Okay, and pull through, and a single crochet there. Okay, just be careful, make sure you stay together. Okay, and now we're going to do that again. So we're lining up here with that one, and we're lining up with the other heart. Okay, so we have both single crochets. We have all four on there, and we pull through and do a single crochet. Okay, and what we're doing is we're attaching our two little hearts together. Okay, so again, through the top two and through the top two again. So you're going to come all the way around and do that onto all the stitches, attaching them together. Okay, so here we go. Here's the next. And we go to the next one. So we've got the 4 on there. And we our yarn on, pull through, and there we go. All right. So we're going to have our little hearts, our two little hearts attached. Go all the way around. And now I do have one that I've come all the way around. And you can see I'm at this point right here is where I am. And again, we have those stitches right there. Okay, that we'll need to attach, but we need to leave a little bit of a hole here right now. Okay, so that little hole is for us to put the filling in for our little heart. So I've decided the filling that I'm going to use is I'm just going to use some red yarn, because I want my heart to stay really a nice deep red. And certainly you can use some cotton batting. You can, use pillow stuffing a little bit. You don't need very much at all. Or you can use your red yarn. Now this little one, we want to make sure we don't lose it. So let's just keep it over to the side. Let's keep our hook in here so we don't lose that spot. And now we're going to stick our yarn in there. So I'm not sure if I have too much here, but we're going to stuff it in. So we'll just start doing that. And we just stuff a little bit at a time and just see how much we're going to need. So I'm just keeping my crochet hook there because I don't want to lose my spot. And I don't want that to get stuffed in. And I do want to keep this little red one, this one little, because it's going to help us to attach our keychain in a moment. So we'll just stuff a little bit of red yarn. Might not need as much as I have here. I think we're probably pretty close. So, and it just helps if you have little pieces of yarn left. It's just a great little stuffing that you can use. All right, so I think we're pretty close there. So I'm going to just trim some of this off. I have quite a bit of yarn here. And I'll just use that one for the rest for another little red heart that I make. There, it feels really nice. It's getting nicely stuffed. Let's take a look at that. That looks great. So make sure you've got your yarn. This one's coming from my yarn ball. And I've got my crochet hook in there because you certainly don't want to cut that one. And you don't want to cut that one. So just be careful where you do cut. So I had some extra yarn here and I'm just going to cut that off. And I'm going to use this for my stuffing. And there we are. Now we are going to close up this pretty little ball is what we're going to do. This pretty little heart. So what we want to do next is now we want to find our next stitch. We want to see where our next stitch is. And it looks like it's right there. And then open your other heart up. Don't remember, it did curl up a bit on us. So we do want to make sure. Okay, just wait. I got a little bit of yarn there. There we go. Okay, and we want to find our next stitch. And our next stitch looks like it's right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull through. And we're going to yarn over and pull it through. A single stitch there. And now we're going to do another one there. And just here you do have to kind of turn it over a bit. Okay, to get that next stitch. And through we go. Sorry there. Okay, there it is. There's the double stitch right there. Okay, so we're through the two. You just have to make sure you're in those top stitches. Okay, and a single stitch there. Okay, that little end goes in there. That one stays out. That's what's our original one at the beginning. Okay, and we're getting close to the end here. Okay, and go through those top two and find the top two for this side. And there they are. Okay, and through we go. Good. And pull that through and pull it through. There we go. And the next top two and the next top two. And there they are. And pull that through. Okay, and now I think we're just going to have maybe one more stitch here. So here's two. Make sure all your stuffing is staying inside. Good. And pull that through. Okay. And sometimes it feels like it's a little bit hard to do, but here we go. I'm going to pull that through and pull it through. Okay. So now what we got, let's take a look what we have here. Okay. We have a nice cute little heart. Look at that. That's our first stitch that went through. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a nice little, oh, okay, that one just loosened a bit. But we're just going to get right back through there. And we're going to do that single crochet right through there. There we go. And now we're just going to go right through the center, and we're going to do a slip stitch. Just going to get a slip stitch in there right now. Okay. Okay, and let's see, right there. That'll be a good spot. Okay, pull that through. Pull it right through everything there. Seems like it's a little tight, but it is. And it is a little tight to get through there, but a little bit of patience and we will get it done. There we go. Okay. Okay, we still didn't quite get our slip stitch, but we're going to try it one more time. And there we got it. Okay. And we're just going to pull that right through that slip stitch. A little bit snug there, but that's okay. And right through there. Perfect. Okay. Now we just need to kind of arrange our heart a little bit. It looks fabulous. Okay, looks fabulous. So what we're going to do is we are going to pull that through one more time, just like that. We're going to cut at the top, and then we can pull that right through, and we can tighten. Okay, so what we have right now, let's take a look. So it just needs a little bit of fluffing out. Let's turn it around. Yeah, so we just get it just set up nicely. Oh, that looks so cute. Okay, and it's really simple here at the end. What we're going to do is we're going to just knot that one time. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take our keychain. Here we are. Okay, and pull that through and pull it through. And we're just going to knot this. And it's my 3 knots, right? 1, 2, and one more. And one more, there we go. And it makes a cute little gift for someone for Valentine's. Okay, and now we can just cut that. Oh, there we are. We made the 3 knots. We're just going to cut that right there. Okay, and then we can just stuff that in a bit. Okay, so it's not even noticeable. So we can just stuff it in. Okay. Yeah, we can just stuff that in. All right. And there we go. Our cute little crocheted heart. Okay, and it looks so cute. There we are. All right. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this works out really good for you. And, oh, we didn't really do my little joke yet. So why are handmade crocheted items so special? Because they're made with lots of stitches of love. So I hope you enjoy this. They're so cute. Of course, you could make them in any color you like. Pink, red, and enjoy. I hope it turns out great. Thank you for watching. Please watch my other videos. And if you like the video, please like it. Thank you.